Jon Kempin, he's an 18-year-old with high hopes and a bright future, sporting Kansas City's backup goalkeeper and their first homegrown player. We drop in to pay a visit to the up-and-coming soccer phenom.
I always have the mindset once you walk through those, white lines that you got to be totally focused and ready for anything.
That mindset was the driving force behind Kempin's quick rise through the top ranks of the U.S. youth soccer system.
I almost cried when I got the call from the national team. They were like, "Hey, would you like to come to Boston for this camp?" And I was like, "Are you serious? Like, this is awesome." But, kept working my way up and been constantly on the national team. It's been a lot of fun.
In no time, he caught the eyes of Sporting Kansas City goalkeeper coach Jon Pascarella.
Jon came up through our academy, and he's a kid that we had an eye on for a while. Obviously, he has the physical tools, he has the talent to be able to play, but what you saw in his game was that he had this, I don't want to use the word arrogance, but he had a poise, a composure about him that you could tell that he's going to succeed. He's going to be a kid that'll work, and it didn't matter what was said to him or done to him, that he was going to be able to fight through things, and those mental qualities for a goalkeeper are important.
In 2010, at 17 years old, Kempin decided to forego his college career at University of South Florida. He became Kansas City's youngest signee in club history, and today finds himself as veteran Jimmy Nielsen's backup.
At first it was tough training here, not getting as much playing time, whereas maybe I'd go down to South Florida and be a starter. But, I definitely think that the guys make it comfortable here, and I definitely think I had the right decision. And I'm still taking classes outside of, the field.
And it's one thing to go off at such a young age and leave home, but you still have your family close by. How important has that been?
It's really good. I have a little sister, so I take care of her while my parents are at work or whatnot. But then I have a brother at KU, so it's nice to see him every once in a while as well. But it's definitely great to have their support, and not just, my parents or my brother and sister, but I also have my grandparents and my cousins here, which is great, to see them at the games.
And the support doesn't stop with his family. Nielsen has played a huge role in the rising star's development.
I've learned a lot, not just on the field, but off the field as well, with Jimmy Nielsen being my mentor. We're roommates, and not just soccer related, but kind of life related. He's almost like a second dad to me.
A great person. I had the honor to be roommate with him for 5 or 6 weeks in the whole preseason, and we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, we go to lunch, we buy each other lunch a couple times throughout the week.
Wait, you buy him lunch? That's not fair.
We'll say, "Hey, if you hit the crossbar here, I'll buy you lunch." Just, stuff like that.
Again, I said before, he's the son I never had.
Does he make you do any of the rookie work?
Not for the team so much, more for him, taking his clothes, putting it in a dirty bin, stuff like that.
All the fun stuff, right, that goes with goalkeeping, yeah.
He's been a fantastic mentor for him, and it's been almost 2 years now that Jon's been out here, and the growth, not just on the physical side, but the psychological side, the maturity, just watching him grow as a person as well as a goalkeeper has been awesome.
Right here with the backs, they're too slow getting out. You've got to tell them, but they've got to do it.
I think if I was higher, I would have made that save.
I've been around for many, many years. I've not seen an 18-year-old goalkeeper that far. I was not the born talent. I had to work a little bit extra for it.
So where do you see yourself next year?
Not quite sure, just kind of developing, trying to get games. That's pretty critical at my age. Keep developing under Jimmy, and
when he reached 25, he will probably be the American national goalkeeper.
That would be unbelievable to play on and to represent your country, and I think it'd be awesome to go to the next Olympics.
Well, according to Jimmy, you're going to be there.
Yeah, let's hope so.
He may only be 18 years old, but under the guidance of Jimmy Nielsen and coach Jon Pascarella, Kempin is already showing signs of maturing into a veteran goalkeeper. Reporting from Kansas City, I'm Kristen Kenny for Fox Soccer and Fox Sports Next.